Surprise! We have another card discussion from the 412 Nation right here. And today we will be discussing one of my all-time favorite cards that has fallen completely under the radar ever since its release. Now, when this card was first released, people were building combo decks with it left and right. In fact, many people forget that Juan Morales won an entire YCS with this card. And the card would be, ba-boom, Gen X Ally Birdman. Now, this card could see play in quite a number of decks. Decks that are very monster heavy, such as Monster Mash and Cameron's beloved Twilight, would play this card because generally it can help you reuse your monster effects, which can be very powerful in decks like that run a lot of monsters. So, because that is your main way of creating advantage, and he in and of himself is a very good card because he's a free level 3 tuner onto the field who can special summon himself. Not to mention that level 3 is probably one of the least seen and best levels to have as a tuner in the game. And despite the fact that obviously both of our cards have been level 3 tuners, which is just very ironic because there are not very many level 3 tuners.
Shano for the Fabled.
Screw Fabled. But anyway, he could be used with cards such as Breaker, or another one example would be Gravekeeper's Spy, because they are both level 4 spellcasters, both amazing cards, standalone cards, that Birdman helps you to utilize because with Breaker's effect, obviously, you could use it twice and pop 2 back rows, maybe even twice in the same turn, and with Spy, you get to use its flip effect twice. And the even greater part about that is they are spellcasters, so that when you synchro for 7, you can get out the dreaded Arcanite Magician, which is one of the best cards in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because, again, he lets you pop 2 cards, or up to 2 cards, and he can have a whopping 3,400 attack, which can be very, very helpful. Because up to 34, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, 24.
Yeah,
My bad.
That's right.
Whatever, screw off. And the other thing is he's a Dark, which is probably one of the best typings in the game as well, because it can help for things like Dark Arm Dragon and BLS. And Dark, surprisingly, despite the fact that it is, well, I guess not very surprisingly, really, it is the typing with the most monsters under it. It has the most support. So obviously you could use it in a whole variety of support cards. So, and these are just 2 of the many. Some cool combos that we found in Lightsworn. Obviously Lila, because that too is a spellcaster, very similar to Breaker, in fact maybe even a little bit better. And Lila is commonly found in those Monster Mash decks, which Birdman loves to be in, especially with Gallus the Star Beast, which is another combo, because obviously you could continue to burn your opponent there and get 2 free special summons, which is pretty good. But that's besides the point, really. That was pretty off track there. And Lila is just like Breaker, where she's a spellcaster and she can pop a back row by turning herself to defense position. However, she also gets in there for some mills, and yeah. Another possible play that is very, very overlooked is Raikou the Lightsworn Hunter. And many people don't think of this, but he could be used to make Frozen Fitzgerald with Birdman, and also obviously reuse Raikou's flip effect if need be. And Frozen Fitzgerald is a very, very good card that cannot be made. If you don't know what he does, he requires 1 Dark Tuner and 1 non-beast type monster, and when he attacks, they cannot activate spell traps until the end of the damage step. And if he would be destroyed and he's the only monster on your side of the field, you could pitch a card to special summon him. Very, very good card. Puts up quite a wall there, and generally just a card that people don't see. Can throw people off guard, or catch people off guard, that is. And now, as I said before, it has actually won a YCS. This was a while ago. I think it was YCS long something. But it won the entire YCS, and the real great thing about it was the versatility behind it. Juan Morales was the guy that won. You can look him up. He sided into Stun, but first game he would play regular Birdman, which used to be a deck, believe it or not, with Triple GK Spy and stuff like that. Then he would side into Breakers and I think Doom Calibers and Thunder Kings and just make it a straight up stun deck with Birdman in, because Birdman was obviously an asset with the Breaker. So yeah, I mean, this is, again, I think that the best way to use Birdman is for his versatility, because he is such a versatile card and can be used in so many ways. And that is why this is a card that should not be overlooked, but sadly is overlooked. So hopefully we just help you win the next YCS by giving you this important information. Peace out. This was the 412 Nation card discussion report. We said it, you heard it. Destroyed, crushed. Goodbye.